Okay, so let's try to solve example number 2, sine raised to 7 x over 4 dx. So, mag-let u muna tayo. So, let u be equal to x over 4. So, your du will be equal to dx over 4. Therefore, 4 du is equal to dx. So, we rewrite our um, equation. This will be equal to sine raised to 7u times 4 du, and then we isolate si constant, so we will be left with sine raised to 7u du. So what case will we be using? So according dito sa cases natin, if m is a positive odd integer and n is any number, so m is the exponent of sine and 7 is a positive odd integer. So we use case 1 for this problem. So if we use case 1, we are going to subtract 1 from the exponent of sine and then tanggalin yung isang sign. So parang breakdown lang natin siya. So this will be equal to sine raised to 6u times sine u du. And we manipulate this one. This is equal to sine squared u cube times sine u du. Bakit tayo nag-sine squared u dito? So that we can use the substitution na ito. Okay, we can use this one. So that trigonometric identity is from the Pythagorean relations. The cosine squared u plus sine squared u is equal to 1. So this will be equal to 1 minus cosine squared u cube sine u du. So what we will do next is to expand this one. So how do we expand that? Okay. So if you recall yung ating Pascal's triangle, for easier manipulation lang. So 1 1 1 1 2 1 and then 1 3 3 1. So this is for exponent 0, this is for exponent 1, this is for exponent 2, and this is for exponent 3. Since 3 yung exponent natin, this is what we will use. So this is our first term and this is our second term. So ang gagamitin natin na exponent for our first term is decreasing and si second term naman is increasing. So I forgot yung 4 dito. Huwag natin kakalimutan yan. Okay, so this will be equal to 4 times the integral of, expand natin to. Okay, so this will be equal to 1, which is this one, times the first term raised to 3 times the second term raised to 0. And then minus, since negative yung operation natin dito or subtraction yung operation natin, the signs here will be alternating. So, 1, positive 1, negative 3, positive 3, negative 1. And then minus 3 times our first term squared, and then si second term naman natin is raised to 1. And then plus 3 ulit, si 1 raised to 2. Okay, so 1 squared times cosine squared u raised to 2 ulit. 2 naman. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1 pala ito. 1 raised to 1. And then minus 1 times 1 raised to 0 times cosine squared u raised to 3. And then we have our du here. So any number raised to 0 is equal to 1. So this is equal to 1. And then simplifying, we have, this is 1 times 1 cube, that is still 1, times 1, so that is 1. Okay? So that is 1. And then minus 1 squared is still 1. So negative 3 times cosine squared u raised to 1 is cosine squared u. So minus 3 cosine squared u. And then for this one, 3 times cosine squared u squared, that will be equal to positive 3 cosine raised to 4 u. And then for this one naman, that is negative cosine raised to 6u. So cosine squared u cube. So multiply mo sa exponent. So you will get cosine raised to 6u cosine raised to 6u. Meron palang sin u dito. Sin u du. Okay, so this one. And then, we have sin u du. Now, mag-let ulit tayo ng variable. So, let p be equal to cosine u. So, your dp will be equal to, what is the derivative of cosine u? That is negative sine u du. So, to omit yung negative dito sa part na to, we have negative dp equal to sine u du. Para itong negative dp na to, ma-substitute natin dito sa sine u du natin. So, this will be equal to 4, and then the integral of 1 minus 3 p squared plus 3p raised to 4 minus p raised to 6, and then our sin u du is si negative dp. So, i-omit natin si negative, lagay natin dito, isolate natin. So, this will be equal to negative 4, the integral of 1 minus 3p squared plus 3p raised to 4 minus p raised to 6, and then dp. So, now we can proceed to integration. So, next slide. This will be equal to negative 4 times 1 minus 3p squared plus 3p raised to 4 minus p raised to 6, and then dp. So, this will be equal to negative 4 times 1 dp, integral of dp, that will be equal to p, and then minus 3p cubed all over 3 plus 3p raised to 5 over 5 minus p raised to 7 all over 7, and then plus c. So now, recall natin what is p. That is equal to, ano ba yung p na ginamit natin kanina? This one, si cosine u. Okay. And our u is equal to, u is cx over 4. Ayan. So, yung p natin, therefore, our p is equal to cosine x over 4. So, yun yung isa-substitute natin dito. So, this will be equal to negative 4. Tapos, cosine x over 4. Okay, so this will cancel. Minus cosine cube x over 4 plus 3 cosine raised to 5 x over 4 over 5 minus cosine raised to 7 x over 4 over 7, and then plus c. So, distribute natin si 4 dito. So, this will be equal to negative 4 cosine x over 4 plus 4 cosine cube x over 4, and then minus, that is 12 over 5 cosine raised to 5 x over 4 plus 4 over 7 cosine raised to 7 x over 4, and then plus c. So, this is the integral of example number